Our bodies are amazing machines built from instructions coded in our DNA. DNA is like a long instruction manual. It sits inside the nucleus of almost every cell in our body. These instructions determine our traits, from the color of our eyes to our risk of certain diseases. This instruction manual is divided into sections called genes. Each gene holds the code for a specific protein. Proteins are the workhorses of our cells. They carry out a wide variety of functions. The flow of genetic information from DNA to RNA to protein is known as the central dogma of molecular biology. This dogma describes how genes are expressed. DNA is transcribed into RNA. Think of RNA as a temporary copy of a gene. This RNA molecule then serves as a template for protein synthesis. However, there's more to the story than just our genes. Our environment and lifestyle play a critical role too. This is where epigenetics comes in. Epigenetics is a relatively new field in biology. It's revolutionizing our understanding of how genes work. The term itself means above or on top of genetics. It refers to changes in gene expression that don't involve alterations to the underlying DNA sequence. Imagine DNA as a book. The words in the book are our genes. Epigenetics is like the punctuation and formatting. It determines how the words are read and interpreted. Epigenetic changes can be thought of as switches. They can turn genes on or off without changing the DNA sequence itself. These changes can occur throughout our lives. They are influenced by a variety of factors. These include what we eat, where we live, and even our social experiences. One of the most fascinating aspects of epigenetics is how our environment can influence our genes. Studies have shown that factors like diet, stress, and exposure to toxins can all leave their mark on our epigenome. For example, identical twins have identical DNA sequences, but they can develop different diseases later in life. These differences can often be attributed to epigenetic changes. Consider a pair of identical twins. One twin might grow up in a loving and supportive environment. The other twin might experience trauma or neglect. These different experiences can lead to distinct epigenetic changes. These changes could manifest as differences in their mental health, immune function, or even their risk of developing chronic diseases. The implications of epigenetics are far-reaching. What's even more remarkable is that these epigenetic changes can be passed down from one generation to the next. This means that our experiences, our lifestyle choices, can have an impact not only on our own health, but also on the health of our children and grandchildren. This concept of transgenerational epigenetic inheritance is a hot topic in research today. Imagine a pregnant woman exposed to famine. Her developing child may undergo epigenetic changes that prepare it for a life of food scarcity. These changes, though beneficial in the short term, could have negative consequences later in life. They could increase the child's risk of obesity and other metabolic disorders. Epigenetics has profound implications for our understanding of health and disease. It suggests that we are not simply passive recipients of our genes. We have a certain degree of control over how our genes are expressed. This has opened up exciting new avenues for the development of novel therapies and interventions. By understanding how epigenetic mechanisms work, scientists hope to develop new ways to treat and prevent diseases. This includes cancer, heart disease, and mental illness. Epigenetics is also playing an increasingly important role in personalized medicine. By analyzing an individual's epigenome, doctors may one day be able to tailor treatments to their specific needs.